Hi guys, I'm Shannon. I'm this year's press secretary for the Bristol Bar Society, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the general positions on our committee and what they involve in case you're thinking of applying. If you're looking for information on the vice president or president role, then be sure to go onto our other video which explains that. Firstly, I'm going to start with general secretary. So the main thing that the general secretary is in charge of is the email list. So this involves sending out the weekly Bristol Bar Society email as well as any other mass emails that would go out. Also responding to general queries about strikes, about ship, anything like that. General Secretary is the main point of communication between society members and the committee to make sure you're managing your emails and organising them in a way that is effective and allows you to search through and find exactly what you need. Next, I'll move on to Head of Internal and External Advocacy and take internal advocacy first. So the Head of Internal Advocacy manages all the competitions that happen within the students in the University of Bristol. This includes the annual speed moot, the annual judicial review moot, bail application competition and the plea mitigation competition, amongst other things. We'll have to set up each competition, including things like managing the time of the events, the dates of the events, managing what exactly is going to be the structure, and go through the applications to decide who will participate, and you have to be consistent in this so that it's fair. You'll also have to liaise with barristers and chambers to ensure that we have the funding for any competitions that require a monetary prize, as well as the judges for the events. You have to actually attend every competition, manage the introductions, the time, and just the general event as a whole. On top of this, we have created the advocacy training program this year, which you will be in charge of managing, and it is an 8-week program where you can learn essential skills that will help you in being a barrister, such as advocacy things, as well as help you in competitions. The advocacy training program helps students develop their advocacy skills, whether for training, for competition. Now, the Head of External Advocacy is similar to an extent, except they manage everything that's external to the university, such as our intervarsity competitions. This includes the Queen Mary Bar Fight, Battle of the Bars competition, CL and Bristol Intervarsity, the BPP Advocate of the Year competition. Is that you'll have to manage the structure of the competitions, sift through applications, and just generally make sure that the event is going to go ahead properly and that everything is planned out. You'll also have to liaise with barristers and chambers to ensure that we have judges, questions, and once again you'll have to conduct each competition and make sure that it goes ahead smoothly. Career Secretary's role. So the Career Secretary's main job is managing every Friday talk that we have, and this involves bringing in barristers from various chambers and various different specialities to discuss what it is they do. Each will usually have a theme, such as public law or media law or family law. You have to liaise with barristers and clerks over email to make sure that every part of the event is arranged and to confirm that they're coming. This will have to be conducted professionally. Also, we've had a lot of our events online this year. This has involved sending out Zoom links and making sure to check that everything involving online etiquette is understood. In terms of doing the actual talks, you must be able to think on your feet and deal with awkward silences in a way that makes everyone feel comfortable and at ease. As you are the one that's primarily contacting different barristers, you may be helpful with other members of the committee, such as the heads of internal and external advocacy, in finding people for their events. This involves coming up with proposals for the events and the socials, and with other law societies in order to hold successful joint law socials. Another part of the role includes organising things such as the annual networking dinner. There needs to be a venue and a date and everything for. As we switch back to in-person life, socials will be a big part of this. My role is my role, which is press secretary. Now, as this is an appointed role, it's not open for you to run for. It will involve applications to the president. The role is essentially managing the social media pages such as the Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, even LinkedIn if need be. Instagram stories on the Facebook groups and pages and group chats, and generally just promoting any event we have, whether it's a career talk, a social, or a competition. You'll need to be good at communicating with others, as talking to other members of the committee is vital in ensuring that you do exactly what they want when promoting the event. I'll have a link to each member of the committee in some way, shape or form, and it's the kind of role that you have to be prepared. The kind of role that doesn't necessarily have a particular time of day. Different events will need more promotion. For example, you may find yourself a lot busier in October than you are in January, as it just depends on what events are upcoming. The Treasurer. Now, the Treasurer is responsible for drafting sponsorship contracts. Whilst there is already templates of these, the terms may change, so you may need to update them. Furthermore, you need to foster financial relationships. Now, this may involve contacting brands and companies that we've worked with before and reaching out to them again. Was drastically reduce the venue fees by ensuring that each member would buy 2 drinks at least, which were paid for with the Bar Society's funding. There are many different numbers and papers you have to deal with, such as the Society's balance report and Society's transaction report, which are both very different. Furthermore, you have to budget your finances. Now, this involves however much we're getting in sponsorship, making sure that we're not spending more than we're getting, and just making sure that we're keeping good track of everything and that we're well within our usage for the term. Furthermore, you'll do a lot of liaising with the SU, as most societies don't have access to their accounts directly, but rather need to contact the SU to get access. And as usual with any of our roles, be prepared to adapt, improvise and overcome. Thank you for watching this video. Look forward to seeing your Hustings speech.